So today, well, really Saturday, I learned something from my daughter. We were working on a show together, a show that she had been bugging me about for almost 2 years now. And it started actually with two shows. She wants to do a vlog, which we have recorded several hours of that we've been recording for a while now. And she wants to do a scripted show. So her original idea for a scripted show was a detective series. And so I had been holding off on doing it, as I said, because I had been busy. And I guess I just was not making it a priority. But all summer long, she was like, we have to do this. So I said, okay. In my mind, I have all the time, sketched out in my mind. So Saturday, I said to her, okay, well, here's the script. We talked about the script before. We went through it before. And so she already knew the lines, she already knew all the stuff. Saturday, I said, okay, let's go outside because part of it had to be filmed outside. Let's go outside and let's start filming the show. She says, she says to me, um, I don't want to do that idea anymore. This is, mind you, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to fly. I'm ready. Let's do this. I have everything set up outside pretty much. It was stuff that we already had out there, but we were using it for the episode. So she's like, no, I've actually changed my mind. I don't want to do that anymore. I want to do something else. I'm like, well, what is it that you want to do? She says to me, I don't know. I need to think about it, but I know that idea I don't want to do anymore. So I was like a little irritated because she had been bugging me for so long. And now that I'm ready to like, let's go, let's record. Now she's like, I don't want to do that idea anymore. So I'm like, okay. So over the past couple of days, she's been watching a lot of history stuff. And so today, well, really last night, she said to me she wants to write something about the Titanic. So I'm like, girl, the Titanic? And she was like, yes. So she tells me her whole idea. And it's actually a really, really good idea. She tells me her whole idea and why she wants to do it and how she wants to save people. And she's going on to a whole storyline. So her and I are going back and forth. So she's pitching me, I'm pitching her. And I said, okay, that idea actually can work. We would have to incorporate it with some AI because we don't have actors, we don't have, props to do the things that she wants to do. We don't have any of that stuff. We don't have set design, we don't have costumes, we don't have any of that. But one of the things I learned, well, not learned, but one of the things I feel like I discovered even this year, or where God was taking me, was focusing less on the artistry and focusing more on creative. And there is definitely a distinction between the two. Like for me, being an artist, being a playwright is me sending my work off, waiting for validation, sending my work off, waiting for theaters to say yes, waiting for, sometimes it could be almost a year. It feels like waiting for a response where they're going to say yes or no, sending my information off for fellowships and for grants, and doing the waiting process because you want the validation from a known theater. You want the validation from something that's known that can say, oh, yeah, I vouch for this person. This person's work is good. So we're going to give them money, or we're going to give them a platform to workshop their play or do a reading of their play. And for so long, that's the system and structure I worked within. But this year, God was telling me, like, focus on creative. And so when she was telling me about her idea last night, both our wheels were spinning. And I'm like, we can do this, we can do that. And she watches YouTube stuff all the time. She's way ahead of me. Okay, way, way ahead of me. She's like, we can do this, we can do that. I'm like, yeah, we can do that. And I've worked in the AI field for literally the last almost 3 years, and so I know a lot about creating images and creating videos and all that stuff. So this is the perfect opportunity for me to tie in what I know and combine it with the things that she wants to do. Again, I was disappointed on Saturday because I was ready to go. But this new idea she has actually can work for the long term, even as she gets older. It's a really good premise. I'm not going to give it away. But what I am going to do is do some behind the scenes of us just workshopping ideas. Her and I are going to do a mini writer's room together, workshopping ideas, and coming up with the first 10 episodes. They're going to be short, they're not going to be long. Yes.
You're blocking the board.
You want some more broccoli?
Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second. They're not going to be long, but it's really an area for us to get really creative and just not wait on people, not wait on big establishments, not wait on someone else to green light you, not wait on someone to say, okay, this is good enough. No, we're going to do it ourselves. And I love the fact that she's like, no, mommy, we can do this. And so I'm excited about it, but I want to know what it is that you're working on, that you're not waiting for someone to greenlight you. You're not waiting for some big company to come in and say, oh, yes, we're going to give you an opportunity. But what is it that you're working on for yourself, that you're building for yourself, that you're saying, hey, I'm not waiting on anyone. I'm not going to wait for someone to say, this is good enough. It's good enough without a big system. Yes. You want to go how? Okay, one second. It's good enough without the big establishment. And that's where I am in the season, building on the creative. Of course, I'm always going to be an artist. That's always going to be in me. And of course, I will still send my stuff off to theaters. I'll still pitch and stuff for TV and for film and do my independent work. But it's so important not to wait on people. And I'm learning that more and more. So drop a note in the comments. Let me know what you're working on. Can you wait a second, please? Let me know what you're working on. I would love to know. And I got to get back in the kitchen because he said he spilled his broccoli on the floor and he wants me to get up to go get it. All right, say bye. Bye.